If you don't set the agenda for your life, someone else will. The world is full of distractions, demands, and voices pulling you in different directions, and if you are not clear about what truly matters to you, you will find yourself living someone else's priorities instead of your own. Clarity is the foundation of focus. Without a clear sense of what you truly want, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the endless options, choices, and distractions that surround you. The key is to take control, define your path, and commit to it with unwavering determination. Life rewards those who know exactly what they want. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to make decisions that align with it. When you wake up each day, you should know exactly why you are doing what you are doing. Your goals should not be vague wishes. They should be clear, specific, and compelling. A person who lacks clarity will constantly shift from one thing to another, never making real progress in any area. But a person who is laser-focused on their priorities moves forward with confidence, avoiding unnecessary detours. The mind naturally seeks direction. If you don't give it a compelling purpose, it will drift toward whatever is easiest or most entertaining in the moment. This is why so many people waste time on things that do not contribute to their growth or success. They spend hours on distractions, responding to other people's needs, reacting instead of creating, and wondering why they feel unfulfilled. But when you take the time to define what truly matters to you, your mind becomes a powerful tool that works in your favor. Instead of being pulled in every direction, you develop the ability to focus only on what moves you forward. Every great achievement begins with clarity. Before you start climbing the ladder of success, make sure it is leaning against the right wall. Too many people spend years chasing things that do not truly fulfill them, only to realize too late that they were climbing the wrong ladder. Clarity prevents regret. It helps you set priorities that align with your values, your purpose, and your vision for life. When you define your priorities with absolute clarity, you eliminate the confusion that holds most people back. Decision-making becomes easier because you already know what fits into your life and what doesn't. The process of defining what matters to you requires deep reflection. It requires asking the hard questions. What do I truly want? What kind of life do I want to build? What legacy do I want to leave? These questions demand honesty, and the answers may not always come instantly, but the more you reflect, the clearer your direction becomes. Clarity brings confidence, and confidence fuels action. Once you define your priorities with clarity, distractions lose their power over you. You stop wasting time on things that do not serve your purpose. You become intentional about how you spend your energy, and most importantly, you take control of your life instead of letting external circumstances dictate your direction. If you don't set the agenda for your life, someone else will. The world is full of distractions, demands, and voices pulling you in different directions, and if you are not clear about what truly matters to you, you will find yourself living someone else's priorities instead of your own. Clarity is the foundation of focus. Without a clear sense of what you truly want, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the endless options, choices, and distractions that surround you. The key is to take control, define your path, and commit to it with unwavering determination. Life rewards those who know exactly what they want. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to make decisions that align with it. When you wake up each day, you should know exactly why you are doing what you are doing. Your goals should not be vague wishes. They should be clear, specific, and compelling. A person who lacks clarity will constantly shift from one thing to another, never making real progress in any area. But a person who is laser-focused on their priorities moves forward with confidence, avoiding unnecessary detours. The mind naturally seeks direction. If you don't give it a compelling purpose, it will drift toward whatever is easiest or most entertaining in the moment. This is why so many people waste time on things that do not contribute to their growth or success. They spend hours on distractions, responding to other people's needs, reacting instead of creating, and wondering why they feel unfulfilled. But when you take the time to define what truly matters to you, your mind becomes a powerful tool that works in your favor. Instead of being pulled in every direction, you develop the ability to focus only on what moves you forward. Every great achievement begins with clarity. Before you start climbing the ladder of success, make sure it is leaning against the right wall. Too many people spend years chasing things that do not truly fulfill them, only to realize too late that they were climbing the wrong ladder. Clarity prevents regret. It helps you set priorities that align with your values, your purpose, and your vision for life. When you define your priorities with absolute clarity, you eliminate the confusion that holds most people back. Decision-making becomes easier because you already know what fits into your life and what doesn't. The process of defining what matters to you requires deep reflection. It requires asking the hard questions. What do I truly want? What kind of life do I want to build? What legacy do I want to leave? These questions demand honesty, and the answers may not always come instantly. But the more you reflect, the clearer your direction becomes. Clarity brings confidence, and confidence fuels action. Once you define your priorities with clarity, distractions lose their power over you. You stop wasting time on things that do not serve your purpose. You become intentional about how you spend your energy, and most importantly, you take control of your life instead of letting external circumstances dictate your direction. Most people spend their lives caught up in things that have little to no real impact on their future. They confuse activity with achievement and mistake busyness for progress. But the truth is, not everything deserves your attention. Life is full of distractions, minor obligations, pointless arguments, endless entertainment, and unnecessary worries. The key to making real progress is learning to separate the essential from the trivial. Those who master this skill achieve far more with less effort, while those who fail to recognize it remain stuck in a cycle of frustration and stagnation. The world is filled with distractions that disguise themselves as opportunities. It is easy to be pulled in multiple directions, thinking that every task is important, every event is urgent, and every request needs to be fulfilled. But just because something demands attention does not mean it deserves it. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is the ability to filter out what does not truly matter. This requires a level of discipline that most people do not practice. It means being willing to ignore the noise, avoid unnecessary commitments, and refuse to engage in activities that do not move the needle forward. One of the biggest reasons people get stuck in the trap of the unimportant is that they feel obligated to say yes to everything. They fear missing out, disappointing others, or being left behind. But the reality is, every time you say yes to something insignificant, you are saying no to something that could change your life. The most successful individuals are ruthless in their prioritization. They do not waste time on things that do not align with their goals. They do not entertain gossip, pointless debates, or distractions that take them away from their mission. They have a clear understanding that time and energy are limited resources, and they allocate them accordingly. Another danger of the unimportant is that it creates an illusion of progress. A person can spend an entire day responding to emails, attending unnecessary meetings, scrolling through endless content, or engaging in unproductive conversations, only to realize at the end of the day that nothing significant has been accomplished. The key is to focus on high-value activities, things that bring real results, create real growth, and move life in the direction of purpose. Instead of being busy for the sake of being busy, the goal should be to be productive in a meaningful way. Eliminating the unimportant requires making tough choices. It means cutting out distractions, reducing commitments that do not serve a purpose, and being intentional with time and focus. It may require disappointing some people, but it is a necessary step toward true success. The reality is, those who succeed are not those who do the most, but those who do what matters most. The ability to focus on the essential while ignoring the trivial is a skill that separates the extraordinary from the average. When you make it a habit to avoid the trap of the unimportant, you gain the freedom to build the life you truly desire, without wasting time on things that do not contribute to your vision. Success is not just about what you choose to do, it is also about what you choose to avoid. Every goal, every dream, and every meaningful achievement requires a level of discipline that most people fail to develop. One of the greatest skills in life is the ability to say no. It is a simple word, yet it holds immense power. The ability to say no determines whether you stay focused on your priorities or allow yourself to be pulled in 100 different directions by distractions, obligations, and other people's expectations. Many people struggle with saying no because they fear rejection, judgment, or disappointing others. They say yes to things they do not truly want to do because they feel obligated or pressured. Over time, this leads to exhaustion, frustration, and a life filled with commitments that do not align with personal goals. The truth is, every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are saying no to something that actually matters. If you constantly agree to things that do not serve your purpose, you will have no time, energy, or focus left for what truly moves your life forward. Saying no is not about being rude, selfish, or dismissive. It is about protecting your most valuable resources, your time, energy, and attention. The most successful people understand that they cannot afford to waste these resources on activities that do not contribute to their vision. They have mastered the art of declining invitations, avoiding unnecessary commitments, and resisting the urge to please everyone. They know that true success requires making difficult choices and having the courage to turn down anything that does not serve a higher purpose. One of the biggest challenges in saying no is dealing with the reactions of others. Some people will try to make you feel guilty, push you into changing your mind, or question your priorities. This is why it is essential to develop confidence in your decisions. When you have a clear understanding of your goals and values, you do not need to justify your choices to anyone. You learn to stand firm, knowing that every no you say today creates space for bigger and better opportunities in the future. The ability to say no also applies to internal distractions. It is not just about declining requests from others, but also about rejecting the habits, temptations, and mindsets that pull you away from progress. It means saying no to procrastination, to negativity, to wasting time on meaningless entertainment, and to anything that does not contribute to growth. It is about training the mind to resist short-term pleasures in favor of long-term success. Every great achiever understands that success is built on selective focus. The world is full of distractions, and without the discipline to say no, it is easy to get lost in the noise. But those who learn to prioritize, who guard their time fiercely, and who have the courage to decline what does not align with their vision, gain the ultimate advantage. They move faster, achieve more, and live a life of purpose instead of one dictated by external demands. Saying no is not just a skill, it is a necessity for anyone who wants to accomplish something meaningful. The mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow, whether it is positive or negative. If you allow negativity to take root, it will spread like weeds, choking out the potential for growth, success, and fulfillment. Keeping the mind free from negativity is not just a suggestion, it is a necessity. The quality of thoughts determines the quality of life. A mind filled with doubt, fear, and worry cannot produce confidence, success, or happiness. It is impossible to focus on what truly matters when negativity occupies mental space, draining energy and clouding judgment. Negativity is everywhere. It comes from the news, social media, toxic relationships, and even self-doubt. It is easy to get caught up in complaints, frustrations, and fears, but doing so only leads to stagnation. Those who allow negativity to dominate their thoughts become prisoners of their own minds. They see problems instead of possibilities, obstacles instead of opportunities. They hesitate, overthink, and talk themselves out of taking action. The key to success is learning to reject negative influences and intentionally fill the mind with thoughts that uplift, empower, and inspire. One of the most important steps in eliminating negativity is being mindful of external influences. The people you spend time with, the conversations you engage in, and the information you consume all shape the way you think. Spending time around negative people will drain energy and shift focus toward problems instead of solutions. Engaging in gossip, complaining, or dwelling on setbacks will only reinforce limiting beliefs. The solution is simple. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth, seek knowledge that expands the mind, and engage in activities that promote a positive and productive mindset. Guarding the mind also requires mastering self-talk. The way you speak to yourself determines how you see yourself and your potential. Negative self-talk leads to hesitation and fear, while positive self-talk builds confidence and resilience. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," replace it with, "I will figure it out." Instead of focusing on failures, focus on lessons. Instead of dwelling on what is wrong, concentrate on what can be done. The mind believes whatever it is told repeatedly. Training it to focus on solutions rather than problems is a powerful step toward achieving goals. Developing habits that strengthen mental resilience is essential. This means practicing gratitude, reading uplifting books, listening to motivational messages, and engaging in activities that promote peace of mind. meditation, exercise, and quality rest all play a role in maintaining a strong and focused mindset. When the mind is taken care of, it becomes easier to stay focused on what truly matters. Negativity is like a weight that holds people back from reaching their full potential. Removing it creates space for confidence, clarity, and progress. Those who control their minds control their lives. By rejecting negativity and feeding the mind with positive, empowering thoughts, it becomes easier to stay focused, take action, and achieve meaningful success. The battle is won or lost in the mind first. Keeping it free from negativity is not just a choice, it is the foundation for a life of purpose and achievement. The people you surround yourself with have a powerful influence on your thoughts, actions, and ultimately your destiny. It is impossible to maintain focus on what truly matters when surrounded by individuals who drain energy, discourage ambition, or distract from important goals. Success is not just about what you do, it is also about who you associate with. The right people will inspire, challenge, and push you to become better, while the wrong people will hold you back, waste your time, and fill your mind with doubt. Choosing your environment wisely is one of the most important decisions in life. Energy is contagious, whether positive or negative. The attitudes, beliefs, and habits of those around you will inevitably influence your own. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, make excuses, or focus on problems rather than solutions, you will begin to adopt the same mindset. If you are surrounded by individuals who lack ambition and settle for mediocrity, it becomes harder to push yourself beyond average. On the other hand, when you are in the presence of those who are driven, disciplined, and committed to growth, their mindset becomes a source of motivation. Their success reminds you of what is possible, and their discipline challenges you to stay focused on your own journey. One of the biggest obstacles to success is allowing the wrong influences to remain in your life. Many people feel obligated to maintain relationships that no longer serve them simply because of history, guilt, or social expectations. But staying in an environment that limits growth is one of the biggest mistakes a person can make. Time is too valuable to be wasted on people who do not align with your vision. It is essential to evaluate relationships honestly and determine whether they contribute to progress or hinder it. Distance must be created from those who constantly bring negativity, drama, or distractions. Growth often requires outgrowing certain people, and that is not a sign of selfishness, it is a sign of commitment to a higher purpose. Being intentional about relationships also means seeking out individuals who elevate your thinking. This can include mentors who provide wisdom, peers who challenge and inspire, and even books, podcasts, or speeches from those who have achieved what you aspire to. The more you expose yourself to success-oriented individuals and ideas, the more natural it becomes to think, act, and make decisions in a way that leads to achievement. Learning from those who have walked the path before accelerates growth and provides valuable insights that may take years to discover on your own. The environment you choose determines the standards you hold for yourself. Being in the right circle creates a culture of accountability where excellence is the expectation, not the exception. It becomes easier to maintain focus when those around you are also striving for something greater. The right people remind you of your potential, encourage discipline, and support your journey towards success. No one succeeds alone, and the sooner you align yourself with individuals who share your values and vision, the faster you move toward your goals. Success is built on discipline, and discipline is built on daily habits. The small, consistent actions taken every day determine the direction of life. No great achievement happens overnight. It is the result of repeated effort, practice, focus, and the ability to show up even when motivation is low. The difference between those who reach their goals and those who fall short is not talent or luck. It is the ability to commit to the right actions day in and day out without distraction or excuse. Most people underestimate the power of small daily disciplines. They look for shortcuts, quick results, and instant gratification, failing to recognize that true progress comes from persistence over time. The person who exercises every day may not see immediate changes, but over months and years, their consistency transforms their body and health. The individual who dedicates time to learning a new skill daily may not feel smarter after 1 week, but after years of practice, they become a master. The principle is simple. What is repeated becomes reality. Good habits compound into success, while bad habits compound into failure. The challenge most people face is maintaining discipline when results are not immediately visible. It is easy to get discouraged when effort does not bring instant rewards. But success is not about what happens in a single day. It is about what happens over time. The greatest achievements are built quietly, in the moments when no one is watching, in the decision to stay committed when quitting seems easier. Discipline means doing the work regardless of circumstances. It means staying consistent whether motivation is high or low, whether conditions are perfect or imperfect. It means keeping the promise made to oneself, even when no one else is holding them accountable. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it strengthens with use. The more it is exercised, the easier it becomes to stay on track. But just as discipline grows stronger with practice, it also weakens with neglect. Every time an excuse is made, every time a commitment is broken, the ability to stay disciplined weakens. This is why consistency is critical. Success is not built on occasional bursts of effort, but on an unshakable commitment to doing what needs to be done regardless of the circumstances. One of the best ways to maintain discipline is to create routines that eliminate the need for willpower. When important tasks become part of a daily schedule, they require less mental energy to complete. Waking up at the same time, exercising at a set hour, dedicating focused time to work, and avoiding distractions become automatic when they are repeated consistently. The less a person has to think about doing the right thing, the more likely they are to do it. Life is a reflection of daily habits. Those who discipline themselves to take small, consistent steps forward every day are the ones who achieve the greatest success. There is no mystery to growth, only commitment, persistence, and the willingness to show up no matter what. The future is shaped by the actions of today, and those who master their daily habits master their destiny. Clarity is power. Without a clear vision, it is impossible to stay focused on what truly matters. Many people drift through life without a strong sense of direction, allowing distractions, external pressures, and temporary emotions to dictate their decisions. They chase opportunities without purpose, start projects without commitment, and abandon goals at the first sign of difficulty. But those who achieve real success have a deep and unwavering clarity about what they want. They know their destination, and because of that, every action they take is intentional and aligned with their vision. A clear vision serves as a guiding force. It acts as a filter, making it easy to determine what deserves time, energy, and attention. When a person lacks clarity, everything seems important, leading to scattered effort and slow progress. But when a vision is strong and well-defined, distractions lose their power. There is no hesitation about what to focus on, and decisions become easier because they are based on a bigger purpose rather than temporary feelings. Clarity also fuels motivation. Without it, even the smallest setbacks feel overwhelming. When the mind is uncertain about what it wants, doubt and frustration take over. People who lack a strong vision often find themselves jumping from one goal to another, constantly searching for motivation, but never finding lasting fulfillment. However, when a goal is crystal clear, setbacks become minor obstacles instead of roadblocks. Challenges are seen as part of the journey rather than reasons to quit. A strong vision creates an internal drive that keeps a person moving forward no matter how difficult the path becomes. One of the most powerful benefits of clarity is the ability to make faster and more confident decisions. Indecision is one of the biggest killers of success. When people are unsure about what they want, they waste time second-guessing every choice, analyzing every option, and hesitating when they should be taking action. But those who have a clear vision trust themselves. They know what aligns with their goals and what does not. This allows them to move with certainty, taking decisive action instead of getting stuck in endless overthinking. Achieving clarity requires deep reflection. It is not enough to have a vague idea of success. The vision must be detailed and specific. It is important to define exactly what is desired in every area of life: career, health, relationships, personal growth. Writing down clear goals and visualizing success daily strengthens commitment and reinforces focus. The more clearly a goal is defined, the more real it becomes, and the easier it is to stay committed. Clarity also requires constant renewal. Life changes, new opportunities arise, and challenges test commitment. Revisiting and refining a vision ensures it remains strong and relevant. Staying connected to long-term goals helps maintain perspective, preventing temporary struggles from becoming permanent roadblocks. The greatest achievers are not those who have the most resources or the best circumstances. They are the ones who have the clearest vision and the discipline to follow it. When the mind is clear on what truly matters, focus becomes effortless, motivation becomes natural, and success becomes inevitable.